Well, take your pick, folks. Who's going to be on the other side of the net to battle it out in the finals versus Philippine Air Force? The deciding match here in the semis between these two teams, Signal HD Spikers and Santa Elena Ball Hammers, taking one win apiece here in the semis. And as I've said, we're down to the final match here in the semis. We'll figure it out a little later on, right after this. Coach Benji Santiago alongside Neil Flores. And the first one, it took 3 sets, but basically the last time these two teams went up against each other, it took 5 sets for them to settle it.
That's correct. We have 2 teams left, pero isa na lang ang upuan para sa the final series against the Philippine Air Force. So this is a winner-take-all for both of these squads.
So if we're going to be taking a look at the playoff bracket right now, because after Sunday, there was still fill in the blanks, and one team has already occupied that spot in the finals and still waiting on who are they going to be up against. By the way, the finals will start this coming Friday, and of course we'll still have the battle for third, so still 2 matches that you could enjoy. So that's basically it. If we take a look at this one, and of course in game 1, Signal handily, as we could say, but it's not really that easy, although it turned out to be a 3-set victory for the HD Spikers.
In all of those scoring departments, they really outplayed the Santa Elena Ball Hammers in game 1. But come game 2, actually Santa Elena made very huge adjustments, kaya naman nakuha nila yon in 5 thrilling sets also.
Nico Almendras, of course, outshadowing the performance. Jude Garcia, who came up with 30 points, but the 17 points of Nico Almendras, just enough for them to tie that series and take this the full round, and that's why we are all here. So we're just trying to figure out if, you know, the consistency for Santa Elena Ball Hammers. Remember, they were the first team to beat Signal back in the preliminaries, and that's really something to, I wouldn't say brag about, but something that they have so much pride about.
And these are your semis game 2 leaders. Nico Almendras really taking charge for the attack of Santa Elena. On the other hand, Jude Garcia took over because Mark Espejo was really off in that second game.
And incidentally, from what we're hearing, Mark Espejo is not exactly 100%. He's suffering an injury. It could most probably is affecting his shoulder, and it's most probably affecting his game. But let's see, how are we going to be going up against against Santa Elena Ball Hammers? When we'll find out when the action begins when we come back. So just keep it right here on One Sports.
Presenting our officials for this match. First referee, Mr. Erlindo Eusebio, National Referee. Second referee, Mr. Yul Binosa, International Referee. Let's now meet the starting lineup for the Signal HD Spikers. Let's start off with the team captain, jersey number 8, Israel Wilson Marasigan. At number 1, Rex Emmanuel Intal. Number 7, Jude Garcia. Number 9, Vince Rafael Mangulabnan. Number 14, John Paul Bugawan. And number 15, Mark Jesus Espejo. Starting libero is number 13, Manuel Sumangue III. With head coach, Mr. Dexter Clamor. Let's now meet the starting 6 for the Santa Elena Ballhammers. Let's start off with the team captain, jersey number 9, James Martin Natividad. At number 5, Chris Van Ponti. Number 7, Angelo Nicolas Almendras. Number 11, Edward Camposano. Number 13, Ave Joshua Retamar. And number 14, Berhasidin Daimil. Starting libero is number 15, Ricky Marcos. With head coach, Mr. Ariel De La Cruz. This is Game 3, a do-or-die match. Good luck to both teams.
The call out for the officials and the players who will start this game for Signal HD Spikers, Jude Garcia. And another opportunity for him to start. Usually before we see him coming off the bench, it has been kind of different for Santa Elena Ballhammers. Edward Camposano really would have to step up. We found him struggling actually in the first couple of games here in the semis. But of course, this is the moment of truth for these two teams. Mark Espejo, James Natividad, ready to do battle. The finals happening on Friday, Philippine Air Force. And they're just, of course, their guess is as good as ours. Who will they be up against with this coming Friday? Once again, would like to tell you about that. And the first point here for Signal. Yes, Tia.
Two back-to-back errors already on the side of Santa Elena as we start this ball game. Actually, Bench, at this point of the competition, I think this is the first time na hindi ko alam kung kanino mapupunta ang laro na ito because in their previous outings, sobrang dikit lahat.
You know, we've talked about history between these two teams, even their campaign for the reinforced conference. In the preliminaries, it was Santa Elena who actually gave Signal HD their first taste of defeat. Of course, game 1 in this best of 3 series, that was just a 3-setter victory for Signal. But if you're going to be taking a look at the score, the first 2 sets did not really came out that easy for Signal HD. They really have to work extra hard to come up with that 3-setter of a victory. In game 2, Santa Elena Ballhammers, they came in with a lot of energy at the onset of the game. It carried on and on. It was a 5-setter victory, hard-earned victory for Santa Elena.
And this is actually the 4th time that these two teams will meet. Kumbaga yung score record nila, Santa Elena already got 2 wins over Signal and sila lang talaga yung nakatalo dito sa reinforced conference.
And I guess they know they have been able to come up with a formula here and have obviously shown everybody that there's a weak spot of Signal HD Spikers.
And it didn't help that Mark Espejo was really off. He only scored 10 points in game 2 of our semifinals. And it was a 5-setter match, so that's a really low output for one of their top scorers. But Jude Garcia really emerged as the leader of this Signal squad with 30 big points, but it wasn't enough to overpower the Santa Elena Ballhammers.
Well, here we are in set number 1, and the shape of things to come with a score tied at 3. Chris Van Ponti with that service. Nico Almendras trying to come up with a big play, paid off. And now Santa Elena with the upper hand, 4-3 here in set number 1.
Well, you know, in that game 2 of the semifinals, they really found that balance in terms of ball distribution. 4 players scored in double figures. Even Daimel scored 14 big points. I think he got 6 off the aces.
Well, we know that he is basically improving every game. Even Daimil, that's him on your screens right now with the score tied at 4 and taking a look at this replay. So it's like asking the same question. How hurt is Mark Espejo playing here in the semifinals?
Well, I was able to talk to him before this game regarding the pain. Masakit pa nga daw talaga yung braso niya. But he's ready. He's going to give his all para makabalik sila sa finals because they just finished with a bronze medal without him in the open conference.
They're setting up Nico Almendras. Coming up with that off speed. Ball is still alive. A delayed call. I mean, the importance of the semis, and this is the final one. Because every call, I mean, we can see the outpouring of emotions. Some of the players here knowing the importance of the semifinals match here.
Most definitely, if you can remember the 5th set in that previous game, every point was really crucial. Kaya naman pinaglalaban ng mga players.
JP Bugawan giving Signal a 1-point lead, 6-5. Look at this play. Perfect timing, perfect elevation for JP Bugawan. Isay Marasigan also came up big in that semifinals game 2.
22 big points for Isay Marasigan, but he commits that service error. Well, I remember on the first set nung second game ng semifinals, they also committed a lot of service errors. I think that was 6 or 7 early on, and it did not help them get that game.
It actually gave a lot of golden opportunities for Santa Elena ball hammers. Edward Camposano, the way he started game 2 of the semis, also he was struggling. Tried that angled shot, and it went wide. So Signal maintaining their 1-point lead, 7-6. Trying to get into the first technical timeout of set number 1 with a 2-point lead. What a reception there by James Natividad. Edward Camposano again, long with that one. And now it's 8-6 for Signal HD, taking us into the first technical timeout of set number 1.
Block diyan muna. Okay? Pero pag napapatalo ng gitna, sumipad ka, sigaw ka ng sigaw kay Vince para marinig ka. Kakaintindihan. Big pa rin. Hey, tuloy tayo. Tuloy. Hey, kumpiyansa.
Hey, Signal! Signal!
Back here at the Paco Arena, where of course it's attracting a lot of attention, the semifinals. And we can only imagine when we get into the finals this coming Friday. Boy, this venue is going to be packed. There.
And the
so
final,
come on over, huh? Let's invite them.
That's correct. And then this coming Friday, it's going to be 5 p.m. and 7 p.m.
Right. 8-6 lead here for Signal HD. Marcus Espejo. What a service. That was an ace.
Great start for Mark Espejo. He committed a lot of service errors also in that previous game. But right now, he has a couple of attack points and the service ace already under his belt. And that will create serious problems for the defense of Santa Elena if they cannot contain Mark Espejo.
James Natividad. That battle there. Retamar. Back to the net. Trying to be creative with a drop. But still, the point will go the way of Signal HD. Now, up by 4. Well, he was trying to surprise Signal HD with that kind of a tip. And another power serve there by Marcus Espejo. Now, he's got to get into the things that they want to do here very early.
That's correct. That's his first clean point of this match. Talking about Edward Camposano.
Even Daimil serving. And a quick play here with JP Bugawan.
Personally, I think that whoever sets better dito sa dalawang setter natin in Vince Mangolabnan and Retamar, yun yung makakakuha ng game. It's about being unpredictable and really scattering the points to your teammates.
Here comes Mangolabnan. Inside Marasigan.
But somebody touched the net, so that point will be awarded to the Signal HD Spikers.
Now with their lead up to 5 right now. And JP Bugawan serving. 12 serving 7. Natividad. Retamar back set. Almendras with a power attack. But Signal was ready for it. He tries again. Marcus Espejo.
Back-to-back digs for Mark Espejo. And Santa Elena commits an error. So again, the point will be awarded to Signal HD.
Signal starting this one like a house on fire.
Ginagawa mo dyan sa lumang yung focus mo yung sarili mo. Hindi ka nakafocus mo ano, pag ganun-ganun ka dyan, kala mo artista ka dyan na ano eh. Patay ng bola, dapat hindi ganyan lamang yan, 3 lang dapat yan. Kung napatay natin kaagad. Okay. Okay naman yung trade mo. Hindi lang nadidepensa lang nila. Okay, nadapapatan lang. I-straight out mo kagad, papakalan mo.
Even the instructions given by coaches here, kind of different from the way we usually hear them give out those instructions.
A little comic relief from Coach Dong de la Cruz. Well, you know, if you're really out of focus, sometimes you just go through the motions of the skills in volleyball na paminsan hindi mo na alam na mali na yung kinikilos mo. Jude Garcia was just ready for that quick attack from Ponti. Early substitution for Coach Dong de la Cruz, number 16. Ocampo will come in for Ponti.
Look at that. Sa basketball, may kasabi, pinakain ng bola. And it seems that way also here in men's volleyball. Bugawan serving again, extending their lead down to 7. Edward Camposano have got to do something about that.
Finally, he gets a successful kill off that sharp angle. He's been trying to do that over and over again, but this time, sakto lang yung palo niya.
That's the way he plays. It's not that easy at this point. This is the final game of the semis for him to make some adjustments. Wow, Raxen Tao. Again, we've seen him do that a couple of times, more than a couple of times here in the semifinals.
And defensively, he's been doing it all for the Signal HD Spiker. Sometimes, even if he doesn't contribute that much points in terms of attacks, basta present yung blocking niya, happy na si Coach Dexter.
Yes. And for Coach Dong, he's going to be happy about that. This was the case of Santa Elena Ballhammers coming up with that attack. Trying to fight back. Down by 6. Edward Camposano. And that is out. He's got to settle down. Second technical timeout. Signal HD with a 16-9 lead against Santa Elena. Once again, this is the final game of the semis, this best-of-3 series between these two teams, figuring it out who's going to battle Philippine Air Force, and also best-of-3 final series that will start this coming Friday. Signal by now Well, they have a 7-point lead. Jude Garcia with a nice, powerful serve. Natividad. They will get the point. It's an off-the-block point here for Santa Elena Ball Hammers.
And this is something new for us. Usually, sobrang dikit ng scores natin throughout all of the sets. But right now, Signal established an early 6-point lead here in the first set.
Marcus Espejo did not get the point. He was blocked. We're ready for him. So a couple of points going the way of Santa Elena Ball Hammers, bringing down that 7-point lead earlier to 5 right now.
A rotational error called on Signal HD. That's a 3-point for Santa Elena. They will cut the lead down to 4.
The 3-point run for Santa Elena Ball Hammers. It's now 16-12. Mangulabnan, perfect execution of that set. What a play for Signal HD.
At this point, all of the spikers on the side of Signal HD meron nang naitalang puntos para sa kanilang koponan, and that's a good sign in this first set. They just have to continue that if they want to march back into the finals.
Nico Almendras going off speed. Espejo was there. Marasigan off the block. Nothing much. Ooh! Ricky Marcos. That's how intense the semifinals match is. Earlier, we broke an antenna back in the first match. Right now, I hope Ricky Marcos is A-okay. But he rammed into that big
Electric
fan.
But you know, that's just pure heart. Dito mo makikita yung kagustuhan ng player to save all of the balls that they can just to get a point. Because they're playing for everything right now. So props to Ricky Marcos.
That's a towel. It's in. It's an ace. Wow. And talk about Lady Luck smiling their way. Back to another 7-point lead here for Signal HD. This is just set number 1. This is game 3 of the semis. Almendras. Well covered that time.
That's an all-familiar triple block for the Signal HD Spikers.
Something we did not see from Signal back in game 2 of this semis. And Nico Almendras stopped dead of his tracks right there.
Hindi pa tayo manalo dito sa set na to, dadali natin sa second set, ha?
Let's go, let's go!
I heard that before. Coach Dong de la Cruz telling them, okay, so maybe too late to do any catching up here in set number 1. But set number 2, they want to be able to dictate the flow of the match.
That's correct. And he knows the capability of his players to bounce back because they've done it over and over again against the same squad.
Nico Almendras. It went long, but there's a net touch. Lucky break for Santa Elena Ball Hammers. Now here's James Natividad, the team captain for Santa Elena Ball Hammers. Espejo, Mangulabnan. Ricky Marcos is there for Santa Elena. Here comes James Natividad. Sumanggid. Now Jude Garcia. Espejo. Retamar going to Almendras. Ricky Marcos is there. Daimil gets the point.
Daimil very aggressive in front of the net, and that's what you want when you are a middle blocker. Yung mga regalo na yan, responsibilidad mo yan. You can get an instant point of those gifts, but right now Peter Torres makes his first way into the court.
The previous matches that we have seen for Signal, Peter Torres, well, he's not exactly a starter, but this is kind of early for him to enter this match. That Signal is just 4 points away from closing out the first set.
Signal is just 4 points away from taking this set.
Isay Marasigan serving. Natividad. Retamar setting up Nico Almendras again. But that's off the block and a point. Still, ganun pa rin eh. Ready for him. 3 blockers for Nico Almendras.
And he always targets Vince Mangulabnan, the shortest of all of the blockers, every time he goes up to that open hit. But right now, he already has 5 points under his name.
Peter Torres with that attack. Ricky Marcos down and up. But Peter Torres announcing his entry here in set number 1. That running attack.
Facial is served up to Ricky Marcos. They were former teammates, so I'm sure it's all good. It's part of the game.
An error on the part of Marcus Pero. 16 serving 22. Eden Daimil serving. An error, costly. And somehow the body language here for Santa Elena ball hammers. Their shoulders are kind of down.
They've been committing a lot of unforced errors to start this game.
Mangulabnan just tip it over. Free ball for Santa Elena. Marasigan going for the attack. Rexentao.
And look at that play with a misdirection. He looked like he was going for a quick hit, but suddenly he went for a running.
So he's in the groove here, Rexentao. Set point for Signal. And that's it for the first set. Signal making a big statement here. Oozing with a lot of confidence and such fire with the way they performed here in set number 1. To take the lead in this match. This is game 3 of the semis. The winner of this will go into the finals versus Philippine Air Force. Marcus Pero, hurting or not hurting, he's going to play his best. And we're going to be back with a second set, 25-16 for Signal HD Spikers.
One of the biggest contributions pwede ko yung maalay sa team is yung experience ko playing in different tournaments.
Kumbaga, sabihin natin, I lead by example. Papakita ko lagi sa teammates ko na lalaban pa rin kahit anong mangyari.
Sa court, hindi ko inisip yung sarili. Kasi gusto ko inisip yung team. If you want speed,
Power and athleticism, catch Spikers Turf on One Sports.
The second set of this action between Signal, 25-16 Signal, winning over Santa Elena. And truly, they dictated the flow of that match, Neil.
Definitely, and they did not register any block point or even service aces. Tapos they committed more errors pa. And that's the main distinction kung bakit napakabagal ng start ng Santa Elena. So for sure, Coach Dong de la Cruz will make other adjustments here in the second set.
We heard him say that let's try to get things our way in the second set. But they start off wrongly with that service error from Joshua Retamar. It is Rex Sintal, who really did well back in the first set for Signal HD. Okay, Marcos going to James Natividad. Jude Garcia is there for Signal. Mangulab na with a back set. Isay Marasigan got blocked of that attack, and it's 1-0 here in set number 2.
And it's very important for the coaches na makita na maganda yung simula ng players niya. You cannot start off this match or even this set with a service error or an attack error kasi it will continue to haunt you.
Peter Torres with a one-hand easy over James Natividad. And they go back with that attack. Mangulabnan going to Espejo off the block. And another point here for Mark Espejo here in Game 3 of the semis.
What shoulder injury?
Bukas ng aray.
Definitely he's playing better right now compared to that second game. So Peter Torres will start off the second set.
Yes.
Replacing JP Bugawan.
Good angled shot by James Natividad. It went out. Point will go the way of Signal HD. Now they're up by 2. 3 serving 1. Isay Marasigan. Camposano. Now this is Nico Almendras.
He faced all the scorers with 17 points in that Game 2 victory. He's looking to continue that same performance here so that they can march their way back into the finals. Just imagine if a collegiate team faces the Philippine Air Force. That's really a statement to all of their other college rivals.
Truly. That's some sort of a hidden battle between club teams and those military teams that they have in here, you know. I mean, everybody notices it, but everybody's just quiet. Well, we're just enjoying every match. Espejo again with another powerful serve. Wow, Nico Almendras really mishitting that one.
The timing was really off.
I asked him because back in semis Game 2, he might have hurt his knee, but he said he just hit the post, so he's going to be okay. But right now, this is hurting Santa Elena because this is already a 3-point lead for Signal. Almendras, what a dig by Espejo. He's like trying to do almost everything here, but Isay Marasigan can't get the ball over.
But they still have a 2-point lead. It's time for Santa Elena to rally their troops and tie this ball game up. Lalo na maaga pa.
Natividad at service area. Espejo receiving. Peter Torres, quick play, running attack again.
Maybe that was their other missing link in that loss. Peter Torres output.
You don't need to start him, but get him in the match early.
That's correct.
Marcos. Almendras, good dig by Marcos. Back to Nico Almendras. And a net touch against Signal. It paved the way for this point for Santa Elena to bring them to within 2. Jude Garcia's kind of quiet here.
Yeah, medyo. Because Marcus Espejo is really working at this point. He already has 7 points. Malapit na niyang ma-match yung 10 points niya.
There's Jude Garcia. Natividad with that dig. Daimil, no, it's not going to be a point for Santa Elena. It's Signal who will get that one, taking the lead up to 3-7-4.
Retamar trying to go for a back quick play, but that was too low for Daimil. They're still looking for that perfect connection to get those combination plays through the wall of Signal.
Camposano has found a way somehow to get that point for Santa Elena. Kind of rolled over the block. Eden Daimil. Espejo tosses it up.
Double contact violation called on Mark Espejo. Just a 1-point lead for Signal HD.
Well, truly indeed, he acknowledged the call. It was his mistake. Eden Daimil, one attack, one block. He's got to come up with more. Let's see this attack. Camposano. Ball kind of low when he hit that one. 8-6. Going to this technical timeout in set number 2 with Signal up by 2, 8-6 against Santa Elena.
Dami natin nakukuha ang transition, hindi natin naman magawa.
O ba, dapat ikaw mag-admit ha?
O ngayon, Idol! Triple block tayo dyan. Pag nakuha ni James, ito, tatakbo pa to. Pero kapag backline dito, humingi naman si ano. Humingi naman si ano. Ha? May backline tayo dito. Sige. Dalawa lang.
Idol, may akin din ha. Baguhin ko.
Score na yan. 6 ang error natin.
And welcome back once again. We are One Sports. Benji Santiago, Neil Flores covering this one for you. It's Game 3 in this semi-final series. The winner of this will go on to the finals versus the Philippine Air Force, of course. They will still play the loser of this one, and they will battle out PLDT. Also, that's a best of 3 in a battle for third, right?
That's correct. It's going to be this coming Friday, Sunday, and then if ever meron pang Game 3, it will be on Tuesday.
Okay. Mark those dates in your calendar. Jude Garcia, 30 big points previously. Although he's just playing a supporting role to Mark Espejo in this match. Ricky Marcos, it's a combination play. Camposano, did he get the line? Yes, he did.
Edward Camposano, he just really needs to work on his consistency. If he manages to be consistent in those attacks, for sure, the output will be there.
Because Signal actually too much anticipation of the attacks of Nico Almendras. And he's got to help out. But Lex Intal always coming up with some big surprises, and those are impact points that he's been giving his team here.
That's correct. In Game 1 of the semifinals, he did not score an attack point. 6 of his points came from blocks. Kaya naman mukhang yun din yung game plan ni Coach Dexter right now. Get your middles involved.
Point for Signal. Up by 3, 10-7. Lexenthal trying to cushion a 3-point lead for Signal HD here in set number 2. Edward Camposano targeting the legs of Jude Garcia in that attack. Eight serving 10.
That's a good ball.
Yes. But they could not come up with a point.
There was a miscommunication between Sumangid and Marasigan kung sino kukuha ng first ball na yon. Most of the time, you give it to your libero because that's their specialty. So it's all about talking kung saan ka pupwesto inside the court for that first ball. That's another faulty first ball for Signal HD.
Espejo is hitting that one, and all of a sudden, we're all tied up here at 10. So Santa Elena picking up on some momentum here in set number 2. Camposano 4 attacks. His contribution here. Espejo on a bad reception here for Signal HD, but they got the ball over. Chris Van Ponte. Now Santa Elena up by 1. And time for Signal HD to talk things over here. Let's try to listen in. But we have to take a look at this piece of action here first with Chris Van Ponte getting himself involved in that play.
So again, pasahan lang ng maayos. Makakapag-set play tayo ng maayos. Kakaintindihan, one stop kagad. Let's go.
What's up, side out? Hey, signal!
There was also that point back in game 2 when we were talking about, could it be overconfidence for Signal because they won in just 3 sets in game 1? And of course, if that was truly the case, that was exploited and that was used very well by Santa Elena. And that's why we're here.
And that's correct. If you remember, they really targeted Mark Espejo in that second game dun sa receive. And yun din yung ginagawa nila ngayon. 3 missed receptions already for the side of Signal, kaya hindi sila makapag-set up ng play. But that time, they got it back in emphatic fashion.
Mark Espejo like telling everybody, well, I might have certain problems with the first ball. But you know what I'm really good at. Isay Marasigan. Kind of a slow start here for Isay Marasigan in this match. Nico Almendras is there. It's Vince Mangulabnan. How about that? He just dumps it down one hand. And they got back the lead, 12-11.
Great extension from Vince Mangulabnan. He really pushed hard to reach that ball.
We're talking about who's going to set up their teammates very well here. Vince Mangulabnan and Joshua Retamar, they have their own battle here. Sumangkid. That ball almost hit the ceiling. Retamar. What a combination play for Santa Elena ball hammers right there. With James Natividad getting the point and tying it all up again.
A good reception will always lead to a good combination play on the side of Santa Elena. Retamar will have all day to decide kung kanino siya pupunta.
Espejo, Mangulabnan. Torres is blocked. Nico Almendras doing that perfect block. Take a look at this one more time. Single coverage, getting the job done and getting the point for Santa Elena to be up by 1 again. 13 serving 12 and then giving away the point right away because of that service error.
They have to minimize those errors in that first set. They committed a lot.
Tied at 13. Marcus Espejo, 6 attacks, 1 block, 1 ace. His job far from over. Another power serve, the over receive. Marcos Almendras.
Another net touch called on the Signal HD Spikers. They always have a good triple block, naka-establish lagi, pero sometimes pag nanggigigil sila, they commit those unforced errors.
Peter Torres. That could not get it over, and now Santa Elena, again, momentum going their way. They have a 2-point lead. They lost out the first set.
Peter Torres is asking for a higher ball from Vince Mangulabnan. He's looking for that height. And again, a service error, this time from James Natividad.
Serving 15, set number 2. 1-0 lead for Signal HD. Peter Torres given a lot of minutes here. And the final game of the semis between these two teams. Ricky Marcos. Almendras have blocked. Ricky Marcos salvaging the situation. Now Nico Almendras getting that point. And taking us to this technical timeout. Santa Elena Ball Hammers leading by 2 points against Signal HD Spikers. Nico Almendras, he's still the man for Santa Elena Ball Hammers. The way these two teams have been battling it out, you give the other team an inch, and you're going to be paying for it. Santa Elena up by 2, 16 serving 14. It's Nico Almendras, best player in game 2, and then committing that service error.
I'm looking at Coach Dong right now, and the look on his face, the sense of frustration, it's really obvious.
Almendras for the first ball. Eden Taimil, but the point will go the way of Signal.
Back-to-back errors committed on the side of Santa Elena. Kaya naman, we're all tied at 16.
Vince Mangolabnan committing a service error, giving back the lead to Santa Elena. Eden Taimil, as compared to set number 1, this is kind of close right now. But Santa Elena Ball Hammers don't want to be left out here. Trailing 0 to 2 sets.
Isay Marasigan off that down-the-line hit. Perfect execution. Now Wendell Miguel will serve it. He will replace Jude Garcia.
Taking a look at Isay Marasigan against 2 blockers. And he really was able to find the spot. He was able to get that point and tying it all up at 17. Natividad. Retamar, cross-court set. Too strong, too wide for Edward Camposano.
Definitely, that was a wild ball from Edward Camposano. Again, off timing.
One-point lead for Signal. Retamar going back to Edward Camposano. And this time, making the same mistake again. No, it's not going to happen. He's going to get back the point. It's all tied up at 18.
And that's the good thing about Edward Camposano. Every time he commits an error, he immediately scores.
Makes up for it.
Scores it back.
Rex Intal again. It's like his favorite spot, being right there in front of the net, right there in the middle.
No blockers in front of Rex Intal. They have to remember that he is also a threat
Yes.
in terms of attack.
And after all those compliments, 19 all, Coach Dexter. You know, sometimes the coaches, yes, you can actually see the frustration because like the service, like, hey, come on, this is like a basic thing in volleyball. Serve well, get that ball in, get the service in.
That attack of Peter Torres was already going outside. Puntos na sana ng Signal, but their captain tried to get that off the coverage. Sometimes yung reflexes mo rin, pag nasa harapan mo na, kukunin mo na lang eh.
My bad, Isay Marasigan. Here comes Vince Mangolabnan going to Isay Marasigan. Don't worry. Sorry kanina.
Get that back. 20 all.
A thriller of a set here in set number 2. That's how it's happening between these two teams. Of course, 1-0 lead for Signal. Camposano. Nico Almendras. Wow! Our first referee.
He will apologize for that one. Siyempre naman, hindi naman sinasadya yun.
Oo.
The pure power of the deflection of the hit of Nico Almendras. And again, he targeted Vince Mangolabnan on that play. We apologize to the first referee.
Mangolabnan, back set for Peter Torres.
Now that's the set for Peter Torres. Perfect height, perfect distance from the net. Double substitution for Coach Dexter. He will have 3 attackers in the front line. Wendell Miguel, Shamsi Bonono, and Peter Torres.
6 attacks, 1 block, 1 ace for Marcus Espejo, all tied up at 21. Very important set for both teams. Want to take a 2 sets to nothing lead. The other wants to tie it all up in this match. Nico Almendras, good dig by Sumangid. Wendell Miguel going for that attack. Ricky Marcos. Now Retamar. Camposano.
Net violation will be called on Peter Torres, but prior to that one, they were asking for a double contact.
Yes, Coach Dong was already up in his feet. Actually, trying to make it known to our officials what really happened there. They took the point. They have a 1-point lead right now. Bonono is in. Marcus Espejo.
That's inside. Again, another double contact violation. Hinihingi ni Coach Dong de la Cruz. But it will not be given. This is the exact scenario in that previous game that we covered.
Yes. And we are just in the second set.
These players have to be careful of the yellow and red cards. It's a referee.
Like every call is being contested, being questioned. Torres serving it well. 22 all. Nico Almendras. It's like everybody could already see it as soon as he hit that ball. It's gonna go long. Santa Elena down by 1. They're calling this timeout. Let's listen in.
Iba setup nila, no?
Kuya, dikit mo. Kasi yung open nila si Bonono.
Ha? Kaya yung nagpapatong-patong sila. Ano ba gagawin mo? 3 spiker, hiwalay kanina. Kuha sa... Kunin nyo na yung weekend. Ngayon, nagpapatong-patong. Yung 2 wing, tulong kayo. Ha? Tulong. Tulong ka sa pumapatong. Tulong ka sa pumapatong doon, okay?
Sige.
Ha? O ngayon, isang patay tayo. Sino open nila?
Si Jude, coach sa UT. Nasa UT, hindi.
Si Jude ang buwapya, coach.
O pwede ka magpatakbo yan.
They have done the job. They're already in the finals. Brian Bagunas, Kim Malabunga there. They're just waiting on who they're going to be up against with this coming Friday in the finals. Also best of 3. Philippine Air Force took it in 3 sets versus PLDT earlier, winning the series 2-1. Torres serving Natividad. Retamar and Eden Daimil getting the job done, and now tied at 23 all. Wow.
Good play from Retamar. That was really unexpected. Buti naka-adjust din si Daimil. He opted to go for a soft touch. He was already off timing. Now we're tied at 23 all.
Who's going to come up with a better grind to get this set? Nico Almendras serving to get them into set point. And let's see how he fares. Long service errors being committed here. Good service there. Mangolabnan going Jude Garcia.
He gets roofed by the triple block of Santa Elena. Now they're at set point.
Poised to tie it all up in this match. Jude Garcia against 3 blockers. The wall was there.
Wala, dito na. Open. Tapos dito si Mark. Play 1 natin. Tapos magkakaintindihan dalawa lang. Dalawa lang. So again, play 1 lang. Spacing. Kailangan makapasa tayo ng maganda. Mahala ka na kung kayo ibibigay. Pero pag napatalo niya, pag napatalo, bigay mo dito. All out.
Set point for Santa Elena.
Coach Dexter wants spacing. He will use Rexental as a decoy para meron siyang mapasabay na blocker so that Jude Garcia will have a bigger angle on the hit. Let's see if they can get a good pass.
Serving for the set is Nico Almendras, Espejo, Mangulabnan, going Jude Garcia. Wow.
What a time for Jude Garcia to score a point. He's been really quiet in this game so far.
Well, Coach Dexter made mention play number 1. Most probably that was it.
Through the eye of a needle.
Retamar. The tip for Camposano. Set point number 2 for Santa Elena Ballhammers.
Defense was not ready on the side of Signal.
Edward Camposano, perfect timing. Espejo right now, Mangulabnan, going to Jude Garcia.
Inside, says the Lions judge. We are now tied again at 25.
An extended set here in set number 2. 25 all. Santa Elena thought they had it. Jude Garcia is at the service area. Almendras, the combination. Camposano, Sumangid with a nice dig. Espejo going for it. Marcos is there. Here comes another combination play. Camposano, Retamar, tips it over. Mangulabnan sets up Espejo. Drop shot. It's still in play. What a rally here. Camposano.
It's going wild.
It's their turn to be in set point. Timeout here at Santa Elena.
Sino lang dito? Sige lang. Walang ano. Isang patay lang tayo, babalik tayo dyan, okay?
Yes, coach.
Sige, patumba mo to eh. Ako ba, dali? Pagkita mo. Huwag mo naman dali yung set. Sino nandito? Out. O pwede mag-backline to. Okay? Laban. Isang maganda rin sila.
Pasa lang kami, pasa lang kami. Hammers, wag niyo bibigay.
Well, how do you make out of that instruction by Coach Don, Neil?
Well, both coaches, same instructions. If you're down by 1 point at a deuce point, you need one good pass. Dun lang, it will boil down to the basics kasi yung atake, it will follow if you have a good reception. So the coverage needs to be ready on the side of Santa Elena because triple block for sure ang itatayo nitong Signal HD. But that's outside.
They will rather say thank you to Jude Garcia for that service error. 26 even here in set number 2. Joshua Retamar. That's his turn once again to serve. To try to get them into set point again. Espejo, Mangulabnan. Had a quick tip, they were ready for it. Retamar with that nice dig. Mangulabnan going for Rexental. And it's also set point number 2 here for Signal HD. And Rexental staring down and of course looking at Chris Van Ponte. And then they got the point. Look at the one. Oh, and then an error on Rexental.
That has gotta hurt. 2 service errors already for the side of Signal. That's the thing. You have to be focused in closing out every set.
Camposano serving. Sumangid is there. Mangulabnan sets up Espejo. Angled shot. It goes out. Set point number 3 for Santa Elena.
Yan yung sinasabi ko about these crucial service errors. You can practically give the set away to your opponent. Signal will have another chance to tie this ball game up. And they do.
Tied again. 28 all. Don't blink. Don't dare leave. Camposano. Almendras.
Tamar not taking any chances, going to his best player, Nico Almendras. Beno Ancheta will be doing the service for Coach Dong de la Cruz. Couple of reminders from his teammates na ipasok mo lang. We're almost there.
Ancheta, Santa Elena at set point. Espejo, mangulab na that set. Peter Torres, ball is still in play. Espejo goes for it. And Santa Elena tying this match one set apiece, an extended set. Here in set number 2, thrilling. And you thought this was already going to be the result of who's going into the finals. No, it's just the second set. And what action have we seen already? Still the shape of things to come between these two teams. 30-28 for Santa Elena, one set apiece in this match.
Sana makakuha kami ng mga magandang experience para makatulong sa amin.
Gagawin namin yung best namin para makuha namin yung goals namin na manalo.
Makikita nila siguro kung paano lumaban yung mga underdogs.
Hi, I'm Banjo Mondero.
I'm Jan Sumagi.
I'm Clarence Buen, inviting you to watch Spikers Turf on One Sports.
We have truly seen a grind out between these two teams, and Santa Elena managing to tie it all up at one set apiece. An extended set number 2, 30-28, Neil. 31 minutes.
That's correct. After that disappointing first set, they really made it up with the blocking department. 6 big blocks compared to the none of Signal.
Wow. And that means you are still in for some more thrills and frills and excitement as we get things ready for set number 3. If you're asked by somebody if you like volleyball and you say yes, and after watching this match, most probably you'll say you now love volleyball.
It looks like we have a new rivalry here in the Spikers Turf. Signal and Santa Elena.
I was already thinking about that. Yes, truly. After what Santa Elena has been able to come up with, the first team to beat them in the preliminaries. Signal HD suffered that setback at the hands of Santa Elena. And now, of course, tying up the semifinals. And now tying it all up here in Game 3 of the semis. And now getting the first point here in set number 3. Boy, are we in for a... What a ride this has turned out to be.
This is going to be the most crucial set in this game.
Isay Marasigan, Retamar was ready for it. Almendras got blocked. Ball is still in play. Whoa! Nico Almendras, long with that hit. It's now 1-all. Jude Garcia. Power serve, Composano. Go Ponti. That was blocked. Now it's 2-1 Signal.
Finally, a block point for the Signal HD Spikers. They did not register any block point or even a service ace in that second set. Ayun yung naging advantage nila nung first eh. So they have to be able to bring that back. And these errors will become very crucial because they had 2 advantages a while ago to close out the set, but they committed back-to-back service errors.
Extra effort, and it paid off. Ponti with a service error. I mean, we're just in set number 3, and both teams actually with their players on the floor feeling the pressure. Rex and Tao. Natividad. Retamar. And Santa Elena gets the point. Let's see if James Natividad tied at 3. An error.
Another one.
I do believe the second service error of James Natividad in this match. A Signal up by 1 and a chance for Isay Marasigan to cushion it somehow. Still maintain that lead. James Natividad. Joshua Retama going to Nico Almendras off the block at a point. And like a warrior, cry for Nico Almendras, loving what he did.
And throughout all of the meetings that they had, yan yung ginagawa ni Nico Almendras every time he is faced with a triple block. Laging check out. So blocking adjustments need to be made on the side of Signal, but perfect execution and perfect connection from Vince Mangolabnan and Peter Torres. They were kind of inconsistent earlier on, but that time they were on point.
Signal by 1, 5-4. Set number 3. Espejo. James Natividad. Here comes Camposano. And somebody touching the net, the part of Santa Elena.
Yes, that's Edward Camposano on his way down. He wasn't able to control his momentum. So that will be a point for Signal.
6 serving 4. Kind of a little hesitant with that one, Marcus Espejo. And Eden Daimil will try to tie it all up here. 5 serving 6. Someone is there. Peter Torres, good dig by Daimil. Here comes Camposano.
Just punching it through the double block of Mangolabnan and Torres. We're now tied again at 6.
That recognition of his struggle, Edward Camposano, but he still keeps on going for it.
And they will try to replicate that win in game number 2. Finally, Jude Garcia scoring again. Signal needs to see his output dahil medyo konti pa ngayon.
Yes. After 30, back in game 2 of the semis. Signal by 1, Peter Torres serving, James Natividad. We got first ball, and here comes Nico Almendras again, pumping his fist.
He's been doing it all for the ball hammers.
7-all. Joshua Retamar. Espejo. Isay Marasigan. Retamar with that dig. Ricky Marcos tosses it up. It's that net battle. James Natividad at it. Sumangid. They got a rally going on. Yes, rally is still very much on.
What a defensive stop from Santa Elena. Give credit to that wonderful dig of Ricky Marcos.
James Natividad right there in the thick of that action. Look at that dig by Ricky Marcos. And then this one. 8-7. Santa Elena going into this technical timeout. All right, set number 3, an 8-7 lead here for Santa Elena Ball Hammers. Still close. So we suggest you don't miss out on any of the action. This is like the moment of truth. Who's going into the finals? Will it be Signal? Will it be Santa Elena? Quick momentum shift here. Actually, momentum is most probably non-existent right now. They're just exchanging points, basically.
That's correct. Hindi natin alam. At one point, nasa Signal, tapos biglang nasa Santa Elena. So it's hard to tell. And Chris Van Ponti scoring his first attack point.
Look at that, Chris Van Ponti. Right on target.
No blockers.
One hand set for Mangulabnan. That ball still in play. James Natividad tips it over. It's Mangulabnan. That's set to Marcos Espejo. Natividad. Retamar now to Almendras.
Oh, a check ball will be called on the blocker of Signal HD. Santa Elena will grab a 2-point lead.
There might not be momentum, but there are just some of those breaks. At that time, it went the way of Santa Elena. They got a 10-8 lead. And another good move here. Good attack by Rexental. Nine serving 10, Jude Garcia.
Just down by 1 point. Oh,
that is it. That's an ace.
Now they already have registered points in the blocking department. Ngayon naman in the aces department. Yun yung naging difference nung first set kaya sila nanalo doon. Now Jude Garcia has 5 points. Let's make that 6.
Oh, wow. Back to back for Jude Garcia. He might have tired out himself back in game 2 of the semis, coming up with 30 points. Might have started slowly here. But right now, this is Jude Garcia feeling all the energy coming back to him. Oh my goodness. 3 aces in a row for Jude Garcia.
Parang diesel. Ngayon na siya nag-iinit, and it's going to be beneficial for Coach Dexter if he continues to attack the defense of Santa Elena off that jump serve. Palakas na ng palakas yung jump serve niya.
Okay.
But that one was really off timing. He apologizes for it quickly.
Like diesel when he started, then it became turbo, and then it just went over. Too long. Went out. Espejo, an angled shot that went wide. But this has been the trend here since set number 2. Nobody could give an inch. 12 even. Espejo. That's a combination play. And Isay Marasigan bringing back the lead to Signal here. 13-12.
Somebody needs to establish a good lead midway through the set so that they have a comfortable cushion.
Ricky Marcos, Batamar, and Eden Daniel. What else is new? We're tied again, 13-all.
The middles of Santa Elena are already activated in this third set. So for sure, we will be seeing a lot of different variations when it comes to combination play set up by Retamar.
Vince Magulab na, Peter Torres. He was blocked there by Almendras. Play continues. Espejo right now. Ball still in play. Ricky Marcos tosses it up for Nico Almendras. There was that block. Good dig here by Ricky Marcos. Here comes Signal. Oh! Jude Garcia went long with that one. And Santa Elena with a 1-point edge over Signal HD.
And you really have to commend the coverage setup sa likod ng attackers nitong Santa Elena. Even though they get blocked, Ricky Marcos is there to pick it up.
Now Santa Elena takes a 2-point lead. The trend, these two teams have been going at it. 1-point lead, then tied again. Now a 2-point. This is a cushion for Santa Elena to come up with this 2-point lead.
What a bullet from Isay Marasigan off the middle.
Get out of that ball sway or else. It's just like Signal keeping the fire in them even though they're just down by 1 here. And this match tied at 1 set apiece. Eden Daimil scoring off the block.
Oh, Daimil hitting the head of Mark Espejo.
Santa Elena 16-14 going into this technical timeout. This is set number 3, 1 set apiece in this match. A 2-point lead for Santa Elena ball hammers once again. And Nico Almendras trying to get some more points here. Marcus Espejo. He tries again, he's blocked again. Great effort here by Santa Elena ball hammers. Retamar going to Camposano off the block. They get a 3-point lead.
Again, it has been the defense of Santa Elena that was back-to-back single blocks off the hits of Mark Espejo, one-on-one with Retamar. Kaya naman they can easily set up their counter-attack. Now it's a 3-point lead for the ball hammers.
And you would say this is already luxury and comfort for Santa Elena ball hammers. Maybe so. With Nico Almendras going for that drop. And now upping their lead to 4. 18-14. Timeout signal.
Tumulong kayo, nagkakaintindihan para may variations. 3 spikers. Nagkakaintindihan? Para lang mabago lang yung discard nila kasi nababasa. Guys, 4 lang yan. Tsatsagain lang natin. Nagkakaintindihan? Tsatsagain lang natin. Let's go, let's go. Sa atin to, sa atin to.
Tara na, ngayon na.
Oy, dalawa.
Hey, signal! Signal!
All is not lost yet for Signal. I mean, of course, taking set number 3. That's the way Dexter Clamore, their coach, trying to motivate his players here. 4 lang yan. Tsagain natin. And look at this. For Santa Elena Ball Hammers. Kind of in sync. Edma Bonono back again on the floor. Santa Elena up by 4.
Nico Almendras is playing the game of his life right now. He's giving everything that he can.
One available ticket. Is that fit to the finals? And that's what these two teams are fighting for. Another point will go the way of Santa Elena.
This time that was a net violation called on Mark Espejo. Medyo lumalayo na ang Santa Elena in this third set. They're looking good.
12 attacks, 3 blocks. Nico Almendras. Sterling performance again. JP Bugawan is back. Nico Almendras taking the lead up to 5 right now.
At this point, all of the attacks of Signal, nakahawakan na ng blockers ng Santa Elena. They're not getting kill blocks, but napapabagal nila yung bola.
Just like that. A good setup for Nico Almendras. And the way he reacted after getting that point, I mean, why not? Espejo.
Net violation called on Edward Camposano. But Coach Dong De La Cruz says, okay lang. Let's take it 1 point at a time. We still have a 5-point lead.
A 5-point lead to catch up for Signal HD. A 5-point lead for Santa Elena and 5 points away from getting a 2-set-to-1 lead here in this match. Eden Daimio!
Daimil scoring when it matters the most. 21-15.
And then a service error. JP Bugawan. Signal down by 5. All even in this match. 1 set all. Let's see how this one would fare out. The tip, Nico Almendras doing everything for Santa Elena.
He has scored 2 points already from the same attack. A soft touch from the back row. The defense of Signal still not established.
3 points away. They take a 2-set-to-1 lead. Joshua Retaman. Espejo. So this one. Wow. What a return here by Santa Elena. Fego Jude Garcia. Great dig. Almendras Natividad. Sumangid. Here comes the combination play. James Natividad finishing that point.
Impeccable defense on the side of Santa Elena. Great block touches on all of the attackers of Signal HD.
Wow. No lightweights here in the semifinals. The way they're returning those balls. Isay Marasigan, that one, try and return it back here on our side of the net.
Down by 6 points, Vince Mangulabnan will try to score off the service line para mapaliit ng konti itong kalamangan ng Santa Elena.
27 excellent sets for Vince Mangulabnan. Almendras going Ponte. And point will go the way of Signal. It's out. And Santa Elena is at set point. Poised to take a 2-1 lead. Edward Camposano. Mangulabnan. Jude Garcia was there. Jude Garcia will try again. Good dig by Retamar. Almendras, and then 2 touches.
Double contact violation.
Jude Garcia. Marcos. Retamar going to Almendras. It's long. So set point saved here again by Signal HD. And Coach Dong wanting to talk things to his boys here to try to finish off the set. Let's listen in.
Sino bumablock sa'yo? Isay. O, sige. Play 3 tayo, play 3.
Dulo ko.
Dulo, ha? O.
Pero mabagal.
Go mo na para.
Shoot lang.
Okay?
Sabatin na yan tayo, man.
So Neil, we're going to be on the lookout for that play 3.
Definitely, Coach Dong was asking kung sino yung mga blockers on the front line. They're going to be identifying the weakest link out of the 3 blockers in front for Signal, so they can get a good chance of punching through. And they're just 1 point away from getting a 2-set advantage.
It's the first set taken by Signal. Second set by Santa Elena. Oh, no need for play 3. Wendell Miguel just gave that point and gave that set to Santa Elena Ball Hammers. They are feeling the pressure, and who can handle it better? 25-20 here in set number 3. Santa Elena with a 2-1 lead here in Game 3 of the semis.
Sana makakuha kami ng mga magandang experience para makatulong sa amin.
Gagawin namin yung best namin para makuha namin yung goals namin na manalo.
Makikita nila siguro kung paano lumaban yung mga underdogs.
Hi, I'm Banjo Mondero.
I'm Jad Sumagi.
I'm Clarence Buen, inviting you to watch Spikers Turf on One Sports.
Once again, if you just tuned in, of course at Channel 91 or Channel 261 on Signal, we are One Sports 25-20 Santa Elena. Now with a 2-1 lead, Neil.
This is the first time that I've seen the attacks department being lopsided on the side of Santa Elena, 16 compared to the 7 of Signal. And, you know, we have that saying that offense wins games, but defense wins championships.
Yes.
That's primarily what they're doing right now. Their blocking is really organized, it's established, their coverage is there, and Signal is really committing these crucial errors, especially on the service line.
Well, most probably in this case, it's defense that will get you into the championship. But of course, Signal HD. Basically, you ask anybody, Signal is still the favorite to win here over Santa Elena. Santa Elena is still the underdog.
That doesn't look like they're underdogs in this conference.
And Santa Elena digging deep somehow and finding it, whatever it is that they were able to dug deep, utilizing it, and now coming up with a 2-1 lead against Signal.
And Signal really has to be patient. They have to take it 1 point at a time. This is practically do or die for them. If they lose this set, they will not have a chance to get that championship here in our reinforced conference.
After everything that they have accomplished back in the preliminaries. Of course, once again, Santa Elena was the only team who were able to give them their first defeat. The first defeat.
And for all of our viewers, Signal was ranked #1 in our preliminaries with a 10-1 win-loss record, while Santa Elena is seated at the 4th spot.
If not for actually not including the national team, that paved the way for Santa Elena to be here in the semis.
That's correct. All of the wins of the Philippine team were not counted.
Comes right now, Isay Marasigan. Tips it over, Van Ponti, Retamar, and Nico Almendra still at it.
High percentage attacking from Nico Almendras. Lahat ng bola na binibigay ni Retamar, it's almost a sure point. From the back row, from the open, from the combination play.
Against 2 blockers, is keeping the fire burning here for Santa Elena Ball Hammers. Mark Espejo has been quiet for some time now. But here we are again. 1 point lead, tied. 1 point lead, tied. 3-all.
If we reach a 5th set, it would be the most fitting end
oh my goodness.
to this semi-final series rather.
Basically, that's going to be a treat for a lot of the volleyball fans who have been following Spiker's turf. Our turf, our time. And I'm not going to be at all surprised when those words will be written in big, bold letters. Because they're truly getting a lot of attention right now in this tournament. Mark Espejo, unusually, I believe that's his 3rd service error.
And he's not going to his usual jump serves because of that shoulder injury. So at the very least, he has to make sure that these services go in.
But for Signal, they're not making any excuses of that shoulder injury of Mark Espejo. He just have to play on.
Another point for Nico Almendras.
Well, that's the thing about Santa Elena Ball Hammers. Nico Almendras basically leading his teammates here. And he's showing everybody how to fight back. Quick tip. Good pancake save here by Santa Elena. Unbelievable in the way they're returning the ball to Signal.
Again, organized blocking. That's the name of the game for Santa Elena. They've limited the output of Jude Garcia to less than 10 points so far. Even Mark Espejo.
And then James Natividad with that service error, but nevertheless, still is what everybody have observed here. Momentum still on the side of Santa Elena Ball Hammers, and Signal HD have got to do something big and quick here. JP Bugawan, who actually started this match for Signal, serving Natividad. And then that tip by Eden Daimil.
They've been utilizing those drop balls sa likod ng blockers ng Signal and wala pa ring adjustment na nagagawa ang mga defenders nila.
How about that off speed? You could see him winding it up. That's what I'm talking about. The quick awareness on the part of Santa Elena ball hammers, but not that time around. It's like Signal have been trying to give Santa Elena a hard time with those kind of attacks, surprising them, trying to be quick, trying to put in more power, but Santa Elena just keep on returning that volleyball. My goodness. And now an ace.
Nobody attempted to go for that first ball. Santa Elena, hindi sila pwedeng mag-relax at this point of the game because we know that Signal is composed of a lot of veterans. If this reaches a fifth set, it's going to be very deadly for them.
Camposano even using his left for that to take them an 8-7 lead here against Signal in our first technical timeout of set number 4. Santa Elena 2-1 lead in this match.
Oh, signal na tayo, boys. Pare, tara, yun natin. Sigaw tayo, sigaw tayo.
All right, it's still as close as it can get. But the most important thing here is who's going into the finals. Santa Elena might have a 2-1 lead over Signal HD. But as they say, until it's over, it's not yet at all done. Because Philippine Air Force just standing by, looking on, watching intently.
Lifting violation called on the setter of Signal. Another unforced error that would be credited to the side of Santa Elena. 2-point lead.
This is what I'm talking about. It's not exactly momentum. It's just the break somehow favoring Santa Elena. Okay, no breaks that time. Rexenthal worked for it, got the point, bring them to within 1. And how many times have he done it here in Game 3 of the semis?
Another single block on Rexenthal, not enough.
Good service here by Signal. It's Jude Garcia. Then Edward Camposano again. Back with another 2-point lead for Santa Elena ball hammers. And that's what I have observed about Edward Camposano. He may have been struggling. It's not at all a perfect game for him, but he would still keep on going. Relentless.
Check ball. So that will be a point for Signal.
And who was involved in that play? Of course, Rexenthal again.
We're approaching the midway mark of this all-important fourth set. Rexenthal already having 11 points under his name. Good output.
James Natividad. It's like nobody could come up with a really good run.
That's correct. And Retamar will always ride or die with his wing spikers. But Santa Elena commits another service error. They will inject a little life to the squad of Coach Dexter.
Camposano. Almendras. Samangid is there. Mangulabnan to Jude Garcia. Went out, hit the net.
He has been off in this game.
Naubusan na yata. After the 30 points back in Game 2.
This is just a 2-point lead for the ball hammers. Kayang-kaya pa makahabol ng Signal.
Well, they have to. No choice. Good start with that one from JP Bugawan. But they're just there at Signal HD. It's just that most probably they're just so surprised why they're just hanging in there against Santa Elena Ball Hammers.
Mark Espejo will go back to his usual serve.
Almendras, then that tip by JP Bugawan. So that's what I was talking about. Most probably JP Bugawan could come up with some surprises here just to break the momentum or some of those lucky breaks that Santa Elena Ball Hammers have been experiencing and get their own breaks as well. Now we're all tied up at 12.
Espejo with 12 points so far in this game. Medyo magkalapit lang sila ng output ni Rexental. And a block on the side of Signal. They grab the lead 13-12.
That's what I'm saying.
There is no safe lead in this ball game.
Now it's Signal up by 1. Another powered serve there by Marcus Espejo. Almendras, good dig by Isay Marasigan. Setting up Jude Garcia. Let's see the tip. And small up done again. Two players down from Santa Elena.
Now the Signal fan base is alive. They want to see a 5th set in this do or die semifinals, Game 3.
We're just covering this one. We got plenty of energy here, Neil. And this is one exciting match that we're seeing here. Sayang.
Wasted opportunity for Jude Garcia. He had that good thought already of the regalo, but he mistimed his jump.
James Natividad trying to tie it all up here. Jude Garcia will try to get back that point. Good save by Joshua Retama. Ball is still in play. Sumangid. Mangulabnan. Going JP Bugawan. There is something about JP Bugawan coming back here and trying to spark something for Signal to tie up this match.
And there is something about the rivalry between Signal and Santa Elena. We keep on having extensions in all of the games that we've covered. Quality volleyball.
Almendras. I mean, unimaginable. He still got that energy. He still can do it. The best player of Game 2 here in the semis between these two teams. Isay Marasigan, that's out.
This is what I've been saying. Signal has to be patient. Hindi pwedeng pumalo ng walang control because regardless of kung malakas man or hindi yung bola, it's still 1 point in volleyball. There is no 2 points, there is no 3 points. Nico Almendras already having 21.
Imagine that. He's only at 17 and he turned out to be the best player back in Game 2. Isay Marasigan.
It's a better hit for Isay Marasigan as they enter the technical timeout with a 1-point lead.
And we're going to be right back. Just hang in there.
Supposed to be, dapat kung marunong sila, dito sila papatay ng papatay. Kasi ito yung block natin eh. Diba? Bakit pumapatay ng pumapatay sa gitna? Okay, tulong sa depensa dito. Tulong sa depensa. Okay? Basta tulong-tulong lang kasi ang play nila nga nasa gitna.
Sige, pasa mo na ba? Konti na lang, konti na lang. Sandali na. Isa lang yan. Sige, kumalang.
16-15 lead for Signal. And of course, basically survival for them in this match because they're down by a set. Retamar. Camposano. Point will go the way of Signal HD. Now they have a 2-point lead here in set 4.
Edward Camposano needs to control his momentum every time he goes up for that open hit.
Natividad. Wow. Eden Daimil coming into the picture of that play.
Ball distribution proving to be very vital in this ball game for both setters.
You made mention about that prior to the start here.
And Jude Garcia has been checked by the defenders of Santa Elena. Vince Mangulabnan has to shuffle it up dahil bantay sarado na so far. Itong si Jude Garcia.
The way those players, Jude Garcia and even Mike Espejo, they are actually dishing out their usual performance, but it's just Santa Elena, they have found ways.
Wendell Miguel will try to make up for his service error a while ago.
A 1-point lead for Signal. The chance to keep themselves alive for a finals showdown with Philippine Air Force. But Santa Elena Ball Hammers with a 2-1 lead. Camposano.
Another wild ball from Edward Camposano. It sails outside.
Signal ahead by 2 again. Wendell Miguel. Serves a good one. Joshua Retamar setting up Camposano. Sumangid. Mangulabnan. Espejo.
Mark Espejo with a sharp cross-court angle.
2017 Signal HD trying to survive. Mark Espejo, he wants to play some more, and Signal obviously wants to be the finals. Let's listen in. We have a timeout.
Okay? O, dito gitara si ba? Backline ka dyan, may labas ka doon.
Okay, sige. Pasa muna. Pasa. Sabay na.
A 3-point advantage of Signal HD. Can we really call that an advantage at the rate things are going here?
Well, Mark Espejo is in the front line of Signal. He has to score big points so that they can extend this one to a 5th set.
Wendell Miguel serving another good one. James Natividad. Retamar back set. Nico Almendras. Ball is still in play. Here comes the combination play. Camposano again. Wild with that one. Let's see. New.
Yes, that was a check ball on one of the blockers. I think Isay Marasigan touched that before it went out. That's a good call from the first referee.
The break again going the way of Santa Elena. Retamar, Sumangid, Mangulabnan quickly to Rexental.
And in the previous timeout of Coach Dong de la Cruz, din yung sinabi niya sa players niya, Signal is going practically to Rexental and Bugawan, so they need to be ready.
They're ready indeed, but he angled it differently. Rexental. He's got a good feel about this match. And James Natividad, that really was out.
That's
3 points away from tying it all up.
And that's the thing, if you get bothered with a double block of Signal, you will have a tendency to overshoot your mark.
Let's listen in again to Coach Dong.
Dito siya pumalo. Adyasan mo ng konti para makuha mo to. Wala naman pinapako ang iba sa'yo para malito ka, di ba? O meron pa ba? Wala na pa. O wala na, yung namumuni po, di ba? O sige, patay tayo ngayon. James.
Ito yan, man.
Sino nandito? Ikaw?
Edward.
Gawa ng paraan. Ikaw nang gumawa ng play para hindi ka maguluhan. Ikaw kuya.
Ito na.
Amers!
Pasa niya lang, pasa.
Pinapatayan doon.
22-18 Signal HD. Yes, of course, the intention of trying to tie it all up here in this match and keeping their chances of getting into the finals alive. They're down 1-2. Rexental. Retamar. Ooh! I'm not exactly sure if they were going for some combination play right there, or Ponte just completely missing that hit in that attack. Look at this.
That was a misset by Retamar.
Yes.
That was designed to be a back quick play. And the misreception for Santa Elena.
Wendell Miguel. Sorry po.
Signal is 2 points away from tying this game.
Camposano serves it. Wendell Miguel. Mangulabnan quickly going. JP Bogawan. Set point for Signal.
We are going all the way in the semifinals, Game 3 between these two teams. Sabi ko nga, it's the most fitting end.
And we have already began to establish that this is a rivalry between these two teams. So a set point saved here by Santa Elena. Ancheta is back to serve. The Santa Elena ball hammers. Signal. Let's just delay that by calling this timeout.
Diba? Hindi ba bantayan si Wendell? So play 1 tayo. 40 ni Wendell yan. Okay? Pero pag misreceive extreme. Okay. Frontline ka. Pag pumasok, pwede ka mag-drop Vince. Kaya, Vince, pag misreceive extreme. Pwede pag dumikit, dulo. Pag dumikit, pwede ka mag-drop. Nagkakaintindihan. Guys, one good pass, and then set play. Patay na kagad. Patay.
Hindi lang kasi kaya natin go over hawal. Hey, signal!
Different scenarios set up for the side of Signal. If they get a good receive, sabi nga, baka hindi bantayan si Wendell Miguel kasi kakapasok niya lang. But in the event na hindi ganun kagandang receive, they would go dulo-dulo.
Espejo, Mangulabnan, quickly going JP Bogawan. Good dig by Camposano. Good save by Isay Marasigan. Oh, happened. Oh. Thought it was already 4 touches for Signal.
Yeah, but that will be called a dead ball. That was the mistake of our first referee. He recognized his mistake immediately.
And for the people watching here inside the venue, call it like KJ. The beat-in ref. Now let's see. Vince Mangulabnan sa point del Miguel. Right now, Retamar. Almendras. Miguel. Bugawan. Now Espejo going cross-court. Retamar. Back set. Good dig by Wendell Miguel. Ball still in play. We got a good rally going on here. And then the point will go the way of Santa Elena. Another set point saved. The second one for the ball hammers.
Even though they lost that point, you have to give credit to the defense of Wendell Miguel. That was 2 great digs.
Ancheta. Now Espejo is there. Mangulabnan setting up Mark Espejo. We're going into a 5th set. This is a deciding match here in the semis, and we're going to a deciding set. Yes, indeed. Now we could call it officially a rivalry between these two teams. Santa Elena and Signal. Mark Espejo. But the job is not yet over. And what match are we seeing here? We truly expected this one. Prayers have been answered so far. 25-20 in set number 4, Signal tying it all up in 2 sets apiece.
One of the biggest contributions pwede ko yung maalay sa team is yung experience ko playing in different tournaments.
Kumbaga sabihin natin I lead by example. Papakita ko lagi sa teammates ko na lalaban pa rin kahit anong mangyari.
Sa court, hindi ko inisip yung sarili. As in, gusto ko inisip yung team. If you want speed,
Power,
And athleticism, catch Spiker's turf on One Sports.
Well, as for us, we just want more action to happen. 25-21 in set 4, Signal taking that 1-0 as expected.
As expected, it will really go the distance with Signal having more attacks in that 4th frame compared to the dismal performance in the 3rd set. So now, it's a winner-take-all.
Yes. When we say as expected, we really expected this will go down the full route. The 5th set, and indeed we are here.
This is the last set na makikita itong dalawang koponan na to in this conference because for sure in our future conferences maghaharap pa rin sila.
And Edward Camposano still having a tough time here, but somehow, that's what I'm saying, he's still going for it. This is Signal 1-0. He just could not find consistency in his play here. Edward Camposano for STA.ELENA. Now James Natividad follows.
2 attack errors to start off this all-important 5th set. Coach Dong De La Cruz is not happy. Oh, what about the performance of Vince Mangulabnan? 36 excellent sets with 1 ace.
Tamar. There's that off speed by Natividad. Free ball. Ricky Marcos. Tamar again. Setting up Natividad. Can't do the pancake save with that one. And it's now 3-0 for Signal HD. Here in set number 5 in Coach Dong. Urgent. We got to talk things about this.
Pero natin, ang takot na yung pumalo eh.
Uy, palo lang, palo lang.
Block! May coverage tayo.
Tara, saan yun, sabihin mo. Pare, pasa lang ha, sige, tuloy lang. Hammers! Let's go lang, let's go lang.
Welcome back, of course, here at the Paco Arena. This is where it's all happening. And Lexington, truly inspired.
Shasha Mendoza, always supportive.
Of course. Some great numbers being put up here by Rex Intal, but of course Marcus Peo, as expected. It's Jude Garcia, who's kind of quiet right now, but nevertheless, they'll take everything here in stride because they got a 3-0 lead here in set number 5. That's only going to be the first point of Santa Elena, courtesy of Edward Camposano. I mean, it's all evening up. His mistakes, his errors, as compared to the way he would get those points.
That's correct. If he develops that consistency,
yes,
they will really go a long way. But that time, sabi ko nga, again, Jude Garcia has been checked by the blockers of Santa Elena.
And just like that.
Maganda yung timeout ni Coach Dong de la Cruz. That was 3-0 to all of our viewers. Up to 15 lang po itong 5th set.
Rex Intal. I mean, most probably it's the first time we saw him make that kind of a mistake. He mishitting that one. It's been at it all match long here. Game 3 of the semis. And just like that, it's 3-0. Wow.
But the service error of Santa Elena in this 5th set.
Coach Dong talking to Edward Camposano. Settle down. Don't rush it. Jude Garcia at the service area. Hanging on to a 1-point lead. Ricky Marcos, Joshua Retamar. Quick play here. Vince Van Ponte. And we're all tied up again at 4.
He scored a couple of points earlier on. But, you know, ito ning importante. The 5th set. No matter how much you scored in the previous sets, if you could score more here, it will really boost your team to get this win.
To hang tough. But basically, who's going to do it?
Nico Almendras. The pure emotion that you see in the faces of these players.
Pounds his chest after coming up with that block on Isay Marasigan. Basically, he's a two-way player now. Nico Almendras.
What a time to run that combination play. Even though he got blocked in the previous sequence, talagang kumpiyansa pa rin si Marasigan.
Well, he's the team captain. He's got to show everybody how tough, the stuff he is made of. Retamar, now it's Daimil.
When you least expect it, Retamar will go to Ponte and Daimil, and they will score.
And it's getting to be this same trend that's happening between these two teams. Remember, folks, we are already in set number 5, the deciding set. Look at this, 6-all. Pati bayan ng dibdib.
The Air Force Jet Spikers are on the sideline watching kung sinong makakaharap nila this coming Friday.
And they're being treated to a really nice match here, for one thing.
Nico Almendras again off the open hit.
He's trying to battle everybody from Signal. And now it's his turn to serve. Almendras. Oh! This is what I'm talking about. They're getting the breaks here.
What a lucky serve with the help of the tape of the net.
8-6 lead for Santa Elena going into this technical timeout. Nico Almendras, sometimes as they say, you just have to work hard. Luck will follow you everywhere. Obvious, we can see that. And now, no, there's no technical timeout. We're just proceeding with this one. Boy, oh boy.
That's the official change court.
Yes.
When we reach the 8-point mark. For a 5th set, a 2-point lead is a big lead already for a single team. Just imagine, look at the numbers from Nico Almendras.
Right, 17 previously. That means he came in here ready. is willing to engage. Espejo the off speed.
Again, that's the same. 1 point. Soft touch off the block, power hit, it's all the same. So you need to be patient in scoring the points here in the 5th set.
Natividad, Daimil from the back of that attack of Nico Almendras. Ball is still in play. Isay Marasigan, good dig by Ricky Marcos here. Retamar going to Camposano. Sumanggid with that dig. Jude Garcia, free ball. Retamar. Whoa! Bitin!
What a time to lose your communication with your middle blocker. Good idea, but that set was really too high for Daimil. Now we're tied at 8-all. Wala pong kukurap. Do not change your channel.
Yes. Keep it right here. My goodness. Camposano, that ball is up. Sumanggid. Jude Garcia. Point, signal, 9-8.
Jude Garcia with a powerful attack.
Whichever team goes to the finals between these two, they deserve to be there.
They really deserve it. And that is something to look forward to. Philippine Air Force against one of these teams. Napakagandang laban yan.
That battle, point won by Santa Elena. Joshua Retamar is right there.
Yan yung mga ginto na puntos na naging bato pa. Race to 6 points. Whoever reaches 15 first will get the last finals ticket of our reinforced conference.
Natividad. Retamar. Set up Camposano. Can't do it. Point signal up by 1. 10-9.
Solid double block for the Signal HD Spikers. Oh, make it, yeah, double block Jude Garcia. Good decision na sumama siya doon.
It's been that kind of a match here for Edward Camposano. James Natividad. Retamar. Camposano will try again, and he got blocked again.
Again. Solid defense for Signal HD. Nauubusan ako ng words to describe this game. Look at that. There was no way nalulusot yung palo na yun ni Edward Camposano.
Jude Garcia, Rex Sintao looking on at Edward Camposano. What do you think are you doing? Natividad. Retamar. This time it's Nico Almendras' turn. Oh, Mike Espejo. Too strong. And it went out.
Gigil masyado. The thought was there. He was really going to go aggressive on that backcourt kill.
He was kind of picturing what's going to happen. It didn't turn out to be that way. Retamar serves. Mangulabnan sets this one up for Jude Garcia. Good dig here by Camposano. He goes for the attack. And a point will go the way of Santa Elena. What else is new? Tied at 11. Boy, oh boy. People here inside Paco Arena are getting their money's worth.
Just imagine, that's just 100 pesos.
Let's listen into this timeout.
May 5, listen. 5-8. Again, hindi pa ito nabablock. Na-depensahan lang, pero chamba lang yun. Kailangan mapatalon mo yung gitna. Shoot or C. Kailangan mapatalon mo yung gitna. Pag ano mo, nakapatay tayo dyan pag binibini ni Rex eh. Dito niya pinapalo eh. Di ba yung tumba natin? Ilang beses nakapatay si Rex dyan. Pag maganda rin si pwede. Pwede rin pag napatalon ni Rex, open. Hey! Jude, all out. Tayo. Advantage.
I can understand if you're actually getting that same kind of a feeling when you're watching a thriller movie. Your heart is pounding so fast. Boy, this is cheaper, $100. And it's all sports.
That's correct.
11-all. Retamar, Espejo for Signal. Here comes Malasiga and a good dig. Nico Almendras, can they save this situation here? Yes, they were able to. Sumangit, Bangolab na, Hintal, and Camposano coming up with a block.
After getting blocked twice, Edward Camposano comes alive. Off the block attack, then a block of Rex Intal. Santa Elena is just 3 points away from closing this out. Signal needs one good pass.
Retamar, Espejo, right now they go Mangulabnan. Here comes Jude Garcia. That was blocked. Ball still in play. Espejo, Jude Garcia tips it over. Let's see this one. Camposano going for it. He got blocked again, and the point will go the way of Signal.
It's a battle of blocking here in the last few points. Better front line for Signal. Isay Marasigan will provide a more solid defense compared to Vince Mangulabnan.
Tied at 12.
But Santa Elena has 3 attackers in the front row as well.
Now the crowd getting into the act here. Getting involved. A yellow card. It's going to be on Jude Garcia.
Yellow card called on Jude Garcia.
Almendras, Atamar, quickly Ponti. Point will go the way of Santa Elena. Now they have a 1-point edge.
Signal is called for a net violation.
I mean, right beside us is our venue announcer, could not sit down anymore.
And you really see the impact of these individual errors committed by both of these squads. Edward Camposano already having 20 big points.
And to consider he's still struggling somehow. On this side, the point will go the way of Signal HD. And tied at 13. Boy, oh boy.
13 all. Who will get to match point first? Will it be Santa Elena or Signal HD?
Neck and neck. Nobody's budging. Nico Almendras, Kate Dig by Camposano, net battle, Ricky Marcos. Natividad is there. The point will go. Signal. Match point.
And they stop in the middle of that sequence. Yun yung isa sa mga pinakamaling pagkakamali na magagawa mo hanggang walang pito yung referee.
Yes.
You cannot stop. Santa Elena was asking for a violation, but it will not be entertained by the first referee. So Signal is now at match point.
Can they finish this one off, Santa Elena? Can? You just have to wait for a little while.
Isang maganda receive, pare ko. Isang maganda receive. Ha? Coverage tayo. Sige, coverage. Sige, tara.
All right, one more look at this play, Neil.
Now, this is the replay of the previous sequence. They were asking for an overreaching violation, but I think Espejo got the first touch before Retamar set that ball. That's a really tight call, so we don't have a benefit of the replay. So judgment call na yon by the first referee.
And he was really near in that piece of action there. Wendell Miguel, Almendras, Retamar, going down, Almendras, tied again. Oh boy.
Emotions are really high. The first referee is talking to to Ricky Marcos to minimize the taunting.
Yes.
Yellow card.
They're getting carried away now. I mean, yes, really, the outpouring of emotions somehow, I mean, oh boy, but this is really something else, what's happening here. Ancheta. Every point must count. Can't make a mistake. Will have done Costco. Espejo, boy! Ancheta was there touching it last at a point. Second match point for Signal HD Spikers.
They need one good block to close this out. And Santa Elena needs one good play to tie this ball game up.
Rexental will serve. Good service. Ricky Marcos is there. Retamar setting up Nico Almendras. Rexental. Wendell Miguel. Free ball here for Signal. Camposano. Retamar again. Nico Almendras! Oh boy! Are we gonna get out of this? Can we go home tonight?
15 all in this fifth set.
Man, oh man.
Sabi ko nga, Nico Almendras is playing the game of his life right now. Signal on the reception.
You can never have it so good. Makulabnan. Drop speed for Mark Espejo. It worked out. Match point number 3 for Signal HD. Oh my goodness.
Who's going to take this match? Regardless of the results, hats off to both of these teams. What a treat for all of our volleyball fans.
Silver reception there with that battle. Ball up, free ball for Signal. Retamar, Almendras. He got the line.
Same play, same angle, same result for Nico Almendras. Retamar just really going to his main man at this junction of this fifth set. Again, we are tied at 16 all.
I'm going home tonight. I just don't know what time. Almendras. Makulabnan. Going to Marcus Espejo. Match point number 4.
Jude Garcia will make his way back to the court to provide more offense for Signal HD. Right now, it's Mark Espejo against Nico Almendras.
Mark Espejo will serve for the match. An entry into the finals. Oh, nice! What a statement! Wow, why he did it! Mark Espejo with an ace at the right time.
And the Signal HD Spikers are now back in the finals of that service ace of Mark Espejo. What a time for him to make that point.
I was already saying, Neil, whichever team will go into the finals between these two, truly deserving. But what a way to end this one. What an entry to the finals for Signal HD. Mark Espejo with an ace. An extended fifth set that went 18-16. Look at this, Mark Espejo. He may have that shoulder injury, but he's not complaining. He's just going to play on. He timed that well. He timed that perfectly. And boy, what a result it has created here for Signal HD. The finals, here we come. Get ready, Philippine Air Force. Look at the emotions. Look at the reactions of his teammates. Truly deserving. And what a match this has turned out to be. Our talk with the best player, and we wrap this up. 18-16, the fifth and final set. Signal HD is in the finals. We'll be right back. What you're seeing right now is truly rare. For one thing, we have two best players para dito sa kakatapos pa lamang natin na napakahabang match. At of course, kasama ko rito Mark Espejo to my left and of course Vince Mangolabnan to my right. Two guys who really came up with those significant factors to come up with this thrilling win against Santa Elena Ballhammers. Unahin ko muna rito si Mark. Mark, it came at the right time, the perfect time for you to come up with that service ace. Pero yung ganyan takbo ng laro na dikit, lalamang kayo, malalamangan kayo, tabla na naman, ano tumatakbo sa isip mo?
Wala. Siguro iniisip namin lahat na once na nahawakan namin yung bola, dapat kailangan namin na gawa ng paraan, kailangan pumuntos. It's either go big or go home, gano'n. Siguro yun talaga yung mindset namin kanina. Tapos, ayun, kasi nag-click kami lahat.
Siguro itatanong ko na lang sa'yo rito. So you're going into the finals that will happen on Friday. Yung injury mo sa shoulder mo, mukhang hindi mo naman nararamdaman. Ano ba talaga ang issue ng injury mo na yan?
Hindi, yung injury ko po shoulder ko. Last February pa po ito nung nasa Japan ako. Parang tendonitis po. So, strengthening lang naman po, kaya naman po. And siguro kaya naman ng gamot to.
So hindi magiging problema?
Hopefully hindi sana kakayanin. Kasi last game na. So, all out na siguro.
Alright, congratulations. Mark, of course, yung mga gusto mo lang batiin.
Yung binabati ko pala yung mom and kapatid ko na nanonood sa bahay. And yung daddy ko ako nanonood, hello po. And sa mga families po ng teammates ko and coaches, maraming salamat sa suporta. And sa mga nanonood po dito sa Paco Arena po. Maraming salamat.
Alright, Mark, congratulations. Punta naman tayo dito sa kabila. Dalawa nga po ang ating best players of the game. Of course, Vince Mangolabnan, kumbaga, you did grabe, the excellent sets, the numerous excellent sets that you have created in this match to set up Mark Espejo, kung sino-sino pa yung mga attackers ninyo, no? Well, yun lang, sinabi na namin ni Neil kanina, it's going to be a battle between you and Joshua Retamar. How will you able to handle, especially siguro ganun din, yung situation na dikit lang ito talaga, yung pressure, naramdaman ba?
Siguro yung naging mindset ko lang kanina is may tiwala ako sa mga kasama ko. Sabi nga nung coaches ko kailangan ko magkaroon ng pride tsaka ng unity sa mga kasama ko. Ang pinanghawakan ko lang talaga is nasa likod ko yung mga kasama ko. Hindi nila ako bibitawan, susuportan nila ako all the way kahit mawawala ako, pero nandyan sila para i-remind. Hindi sila nagsasawa para i-remind sa akin.
Nung nalamangan kayo 2-1, ano na pumapasok sa isip mo nun?
Pumapasok sa isip ko nun is hindi pwede. Sabi ko, lalaban kami. Ikaw yung mga kasama ko umaasa. Yung mga kasama ko nandyan sa likod ko lumalaban, bakit di ako lalaban pa?
Alright, so pasok kayo sa finals. Ano sa tingin mo, kalaban nyo Philippine Air Force?
Siguro sa finals na to magiging masaya at parang ganito rin, bakbakan to kasi syempre, hindi naman natin sobrang lalakas din nila tsaka mga well-known players din sila.
Yung mga babatiin?
Yes, hello sa family ko, tapos sa families ng teammates ko. And then sa Signal Management, thank you. Siyempre, thank you rin kay Lord. Thank you sa lahat ng nanood, sa lahat ng sumuporta. Panatilihin yung masaya at saka buhay ang men's volleyball team.
Ayan, kumbaga, kung na-thrill na kayo, semis pa lang ito. Ano pa asahan natin sa finals? Ating dalawang best players, Mark Espejo and Vince Mangolabnan. Now, balik na tayo kay Neil.
Go big or go home. Definitely Mark Espejo and the rest of the Signal HD Spikers will be going home with big smiles on their faces as they get the last finals ticket. They will be facing the Philippine Air Force this coming Friday at 7 p.m. here at the Paco Arena. When we started this ball game, Signal really entered this match prepared in that first set, scoring 11 more attacks compared to Santa Elena. But come the second set, nagkaroon na ng adjustments itong Santa Elena. That's why they were able to even the match at one set apiece.
And you just have to bear with us as we tell you a very long story about what happened in this match. Of course, it happened game number 3. They found their momentum. They found a lot of breaks going their way. Of course, this is just the set 2 summary here. But in set number 3, Santa Elena Ballhammers just picked up from where they left off. Although it was still as close, they were just able to handle just a little bit most probably handling that pressure very well. They took a 2-1 lead, but the overconfidence somehow crept in.
Well, you know, the composition of the Signal HD Spikers, sabi ko nga, the veterans within the team are more than capable of standing their ground. Siyempre, hindi sila papayag na matapos ito ng 4 sets lang. That's why they really pushed hard so that they could extend it to a 5th.
Well, we've heard Vince Mangulabnan saying when we were down 1-2, hindi pwede ito. Kailangan bumalik kami. And they were able to do it 25-21. Then 2 sets apiece, all tied up. And then we entered the 5th and final and deciding set. It was still anybody's game, Neil.
It was really, it boiled down to the wire. All extended fashion itong 5th set na to. But Mark Espejo proving to be one of the best, if not the best, volleyball player here in the Philippines, lifting his team to another finals appearance in this reinforced conference.
So, ayan, a 3-2 win here in the Game 3 of the semis. Signal is going into the finals, battling it out. Also, in a best-of-3 series versus Philippine Air Force. They have taken care of this job. 8 aces against 2. The number of errors, they're going to go back there. Santa Elena, but basically what we have said, there was already that official rivalry between Santa Elena and Signal. But here is most probably a development of another rivalry, a Signal HD Spikers completing the cast of our finals versus Philippine Air Force. And of course, we're still going to be having that battle for third. Santa Elena Ball Hammers and PLDT will have their own share of attention at 5 p.m. on Friday, July 19, and then Signal HD Spikers versus Philippine Air Force for Game 1 of the finals here on the 2019 Reinforced Conference of Spikers Turf. And we hope you could join us once again right here at One Sports. Thank you very much to Neil Flores. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Benji Santiago, and we'll see you at the ball games.